I just meant the recording. Also, do you guys want to do video? I keep forgetting about it.
I forgot about that possibility.
Yeah, me too.
We talked about it, but that was like 2 weeks
Yeah.
ago. So I don't. Either way is fine with me.
Yeah, it doesn't matter.
I think it will just, I don't, speaking for myself, it'll just make me self conscious.
Okay, that's fine. Do you think you might want to do it eventually, or should I just like stop bringing it up?
No. I have played with it on before and it was fine. I just
Yeah, so have I. Like truly, I
yeah.
don't mind either way. Is perfectly fine. It is nice to look at people's faces, but when I'm DMing, I have so many windows open. I'm usually like I'm not even looking at the what you guys are posting in the Discord, except for like every minute or so,
Yeah.
which is why I stop and laugh like 2 minutes after you post stuff.
I'm like in theory fine with video. I feel like I'm also really narcissistic, so sometimes I get distracted like looking at myself.
Me too. No, that
Video
happens
as
to me
well.
too when I'm playing. I'm like, what do I look like? Do I look weird?
Yeah.
No, that happens to me too. Um, you do post enough to make me have to look. Okay, well, yeah, we can talk about it later or not. Doesn't really matter to me. Okay, so the last time we left off, you guys finished up the dance. You had a pretty good time. Ophelia went home early. Atacora and Antimony stayed out until Antimony was like falling asleep, basically, and Atacora had to carry her home. Um, the next morning, you guys kind of tried to figure out what to do about Sahar. Sahar told everyone, by everyone I mean just Ophelia and Antimony, kind of her story about why she left the army, why she left Blade Garden, why she can't go back. And you first decided to contact Torkel and see if the Cobalt Soul and Rexentrum would be willing to send you guys through to Port Damali so that Sahar could, find something else to do there. Torkel said he had to run it by Udala Fawn. So in the meantime, you guys got too restless about it, I guess, and decided to go talk to the wizards. You asked Ithra, and she said that she would bring it up with um, Eleusis because he had been there before, so he had a better chance of the spell working. And she had never been to Nicodranus, which is the city that Eleusis has been to. Um, so you went and met with Eleusis, told him the situation, and he agreed to teleport everybody to Nicodranus tomorrow at noon. So you went back to Melidora's house, hung out for a little while. Um, oh, I,
Yeah, I can hear Kate. I don't know if I can hear anyone else, but
I mean, yeah.
Well, now I can hear again. So
Okay, good.
oh,
I
hopefully,
mean,
okay.
I
I think it's
figured
just
no
my
one was.
internet crapping out.
I figured no one was talking while I was. I was like, I think I would be able to hear someone if they talk. but okay, good.
I think I just missed the recap, but it's fine. I basically remember.
Yeah, it's that's all. Yeah, that's all that was happening was recap. Yeah. Okay, yeah, you went back to Melidora's house, hung out. Melidora after dinner kind of took Adakora aside and you guys had a conversation about Lysander deciding to join the army. She had finally found out about him making up his mind to do that. So yeah, you had a conversation about that. And then that was where we ended. So it's the evening before you depart for Nicodranus. Do you guys want to do anything else tonight? Or shall we skip to tomorrow?
Well, sadly, we don't have beach clothes, and
Nope.
but I don't think we're gonna find those in Visayas Teal because it's like a snowy kingdom.
Yeah. Yeah.
So we're just gonna
Probably
have to
not.
make do.
Yeah, it's not really the season for like summer clothes here in Visayas Teal.
Yeah. So I
You could
think
you could probably get beach clothes in Nicodemus if you
that's
really
true.
wanted to,
That is true.
but
But yeah, otherwise I'll probably just tinker around with something, you know?
okay. Work on your staff.
Yes.
I wrote down, I feel like we owe Torkel an apology. But I also think it's still the same day where we've used up all of Ophelia's spell slots, so
It is, yes. It's still the same day.
he does deserve apologies. We made him run all the way around the archive, get together meetings.
Yeah, for somebody he's never met who is ostensibly a criminal. He trusts you guys.
We did tell him. We did
Yeah,
tell him,
at
okay,
least
it won't be necessary.
if you hadn't told him, that would be pretty bad. But although it wouldn't matter that much, it would just be very rude. Okay, anybody want to do anything else? Oh no. Okay.
Okay, well, I want to talk to Ophelia, but I can wait until morning or before we leave.
Yeah. Ophelia is doing the dishes. She's helping Melidora, who was just sort
Yeah.
of like morosely doing the cleanup. And Kalina is like talking to Antimony about the staff. She's still like
Yeah.
very interested.
Yeah. And I know Sahar doesn't really have anything to pack, so but I will see
Yeah,
if
not
there's
much.
anything she wants to get in order before tomorrow or whatever.
I think I'm good. I'll just if I need anything, I can just get it in the city, I'm sure. It's a big city, right?
I've never been there, but that's the impression I have.
Well, yeah, there's really no point in dragging more stuff than I need to along.
No interesting souvenirs.
I think the memories of the last 4 days are enough interesting souvenirs for me.
That was very graceful of you. All right, point taken.
I think she does still have her flower crown from the dance.
Yeah.
And these are like druid crafted ones, so they last, like they stay nice looking for longer than just like if you had picked the flowers.
And then she can find a heavy book somewhere and press them.
Yep. Okay, so you have kind of a ordinary evening. Everybody goes to sleep. And the next morning, you have again some free time before you meet Eleusis at his office at the one of the university buildings.
Is Ophelia still washing dishes?
I guess not, but there would be dishes again.
That's true. There are dishes every time you eat, which is the burden of my
Yes.
life.
Yes, that's the one of life's little hardships.
But yeah, I am going to see if she will talk to me.
Yes. Was I
You
like
want this
upset
in
with
the-
him? I don't remember.
Well, he did drag you into the dance.
That's true, but that was like 2 days ago.
It was
I don't know.
yesterday. Or no.
No.
Yeah.
It was
It was
at
late,
night.
late, late, late last night. Or the
Uh,
night. Yeah. Early yesterday morning.
Okay.
That's not what I want to talk about, but then, but yes, you were pissed off.
That was the last thing you were mad about. Although, yeah, yesterday you weren't. Yeah, it was pretty okay yesterday.
Can't argue with me if you're not talking to me.
That's true.
Yeah.
But I would pull her aside somewhere people aren't listening.
Yeah, everyone's kind of off doing their thing. I assume you told Melodora and Kalina about your plan or not, because I guess you're coming home today.
We told her that Sahar was leaving tomorrow.
Okay. Cool.
We didn't mention that Eleusis was taking us to Nicodratus because
I
All
think
right.
that Melodora and Kalina probably just think that we're like taking Sahar to the train station or something. You know what I mean? The equivalent.
yeah,
Right. Yeah, you're just like seeing her off.
yeah, we just have plans today. We're taking
Hmm.
her
Yeah,
off.
we're
It's
gonna
fine.
hang out in the city until she has to leave. Just do some last minute stuff. Okay, so they know Sahar is not going to be coming back. So they both like say goodbye to Sahar. Um, it's very nice. Sahar is kind of emotional. She's just like they're so these like two strangers are being so nice to me. Um, but yeah, they say goodbye to Sahar before Melodora leaves for the day. And before Kalina retreats upstairs to her workshop. I
Where,
think Kalina probably gives Sahar like a little something that she made. I don't, what's a like useful tiny wooden object?
Hmm.
A poster,
Yep. For traveling.
a dice tray.
Oh my god.
A nice tray.
It's useful. I'm just
mean,
looking at objects made of wood that are sitting
Yeah.
around me. Sorry.
that are in your house. Yeah,
Maybe
she.
a
Oh,
letter opener. You could probably make one of those
Oh.
out of wood.
That's
wow.
cool to know.
I suppose you could. She gives Sahar something. I'll think of it eventually. But it's like just like a little thing that she made, and Sahar like hugs her. But yeah, the four of you are alone downstairs again.
Okay, well, I pull Ophelia aside somewhere.
Yeah, the other two are
Maybe
just
not
doing.
to the bathroom. She likes the bathroom.
Oh my god.
that would be very suspicious.
I don't suppose you've changed your mind about coming today?
Absolutely not.
Okay, well, I'm not going to beg you or anything, but I did want to say, I don't know, sometimes when you talk about Nicodranus, it sounds like you do want to be there and you loved it there, and sometimes not. And I just wanted to say that if you ever did want to go back, we'd back you up.
That's generous.
I mean, we're friends. Doing all this for Sahar, who he knew. So yeah, if you want to go back, there's something there that's bothering you, we take care of it.
Well, uh, uh, cool.
That's all I want to say. And I'll walk away. She's saying,
That's good because she has no fucking idea what to say.
Okay, so Sahar probably also like when you guys come back and start getting ready to leave, Sahar is probably also like, are you sure you don't want to come, Ophelia?
Yep, I am. I mean, like, you've seen it once, you've seen it all before, you know?
That's not at all how I feel about my hometown, but
I mean. Wait, did Ophelia say she was from Nicodranus? I don't
no,
remember.
I think Sahara is just kind of assuming based on the way
Okay.
everyone's talking about it. She knows you're from the Menagerie Coast and is probably now thinking that you're from Nicodranus just because, yeah, everyone's sort of acting like it a little bit.
well, I don't know. Maybe it's just different. You know, there's like water, there's trees. The trees here are a little more interesting. That's a lie. Like, don't like these trees. But I don't know, there's just cool shit going on. There's like the architecture lecture and whatever.
Okay.
But I don't know, it'll be nice. I guess you'll probably like it.
I hope I do. Can we walk you to the lecture hall or something?
Sure. I mean, like, I guess it's in the same general direction.
Okay. Sahar gets all her stuff. God, it's so true. Sahar's like, I can't tell if I like this person or not, or if she likes me. Yeah, Sahar probably puts on all her chainmail because it's easier than carrying it. But yeah, she's got all her shit, her big backpack. She's ready to go. And we'll say the lecture that you're going to starts around the same time that you're supposed to meet Eleusis.
Okay.
So you guys head out at like, I don't know, 11:30 or whatever.
Ophelia's gonna pretend that she's going to the lecture, but she'll probably just go back home.
Okay.
Oh no.
She wasn't actually planning on
Wow.
going to it.
Oh my god. That's so... Okay. Okay, yes, Sahar, you guys stop in front of the big lecture hall that is the former temple of Melora. Sahar like just looks at Ophelia for a second and is like, "You're not the type of person who likes hugs, are you?"
Are you?
I mean, yeah.
Adakora and Antimony are just like, wow.
Taking notes.
We can if you want.
Okay, I just don't want to make you uncomfortable or anything.
No, it's okay.
Okay, she gives you a hug. Sahar is
It's an alright
pretty
hug.
tall. How Ophelia's like the short one, right? We kind of decided in the
I
group.
don't recall. I think so.
Okay. Yeah, Sahar is like probably 6 foot. She's shorter than Adakora, but not that much. So yeah, it's a good hug.
Nice.
She's big and has big arms. Thanks for helping me out. I mean, all of you. I'm just saying this to Ophelia now because we're leaving her here.
Yes. Thanks for, like, I don't know, stabbing stuff, hitting it. I don't know. Thanks for pinning that guy to the whatever.
Don't die on the road back without me.
We'll do our best. Or I will, and these two clowns will do whatever they want, as usual.
Yeah, I mean, I can't make any promises, so.
All right. Well, if you make it back to Nicodrona, if you make it back to Rexentrum in one piece, just let me know.
Okay.
Text me when you get home.
Yeah, literally.
Right? No, it's like your friends when you're all drunk. After a party and it's like 3 a.m. and they're like, text me when you get home. Okay, yeah, she's like, bye, Ophelia.
Bye.
And Sahar turns around and leaves.
Ophelia.
People keep trying to show her affection. Really? I only do that if it's like we're drunk, like
Right. It was like 6 p.m. I was like, she's probably gonna be fine.
yeah, if it's that kind of thing, I only really do that if we've been partying and someone's like taking an Uber home by themselves and it's
Yeah.
3 a.m. Like then I'll be like, text me when you get home. But
Does Ophelia like even wait for us to be out of sight before she leaves the lecture hall?
Yeah.
Okay.
She's pretending to
Okay, good.
go.
Okay, so yeah, you guys head to the building that Eleusis gave you directions to. It's somewhere on the top level, in a section of academic buildings that is, a center of magical scholarship. And Eleusis, before he was a member of the Ring of Three, he was primarily a teacher of the arcane. And he basically taught like college age students, probably a little bit older college age. Most of his students are, I think, a little older than Evander, who was like 18, something like that. He probably teaches like wizard grad students. But yeah, you find the building. It's just, kind of built into a very big tree, like many of the buildings around here are. And it's kind of a weird little tower full of offices and study rooms. And eventually you find his office, which is kind of a whole floor of this little tower. There's like a little office area with a desk and a bunch of papers and shit, and then there's kind of a bigger open room that seems like it's for magical experimentation. There's a lot of components all over the place and cabinets, labeled cabinets. um, glass bottles. There's tables on the sides of the room, and there's a big open area in the middle that you could, draw runes on and stuff. There probably is a teleportation circle. Well, no, not there wouldn't be one in this room. There's got to be some in Bisayas Teal, but you don't know where they are. But yeah, there's the floor is made of some material, or there's an area of the floor that's like some kind of stone like overlay that's good for drawing on in chalk. Um, and you can tell there's some kind of like smudgy remains of circles and things. Yeah, and as you come into that room, um, Elusis comes out of the office and says, "There you are. You ready to go?"
I think so.
Yep.
All right. He is not dressed like Merlin from The Sword and the Stone, but he is kind of dressed down. Like I think you've only seen him in his fancy wizard robes, and he's just wearing like some very kind of plain clothing. He's wearing a just like a white shirt with a little bit of a V-neck and the sleeves rolled up. And he's not wearing a jacket or anything. Like he's leaving his coat in the office because he's going to the beach. And he just has like a shoulder bag with some stuff in it. It's like a leather like messenger bag kind of thing. He says, "All right, come close." You guys kind of go in a little circle around him. I think this spell is like nothing. It's just verbal. Okay, so yeah, you guys all sort of crowd around him, and he just says like a string of words in Elvish. And it's like weird old Elvish too. You understand most of it, but not all of it. Um, and you all disappear and
Yay.
reappear in um let's see, he would pick somewhere he was familiar with. You're just kind of like on the docks in Nicodranus. You're in a big open sort of like market area that's and a little ways off you can see um ships docked in the harbor. And there are just people around. You get some weird looks when you appear, but then mostly people just kind of walk by.
Nice. Yeah, we have never been here before.
We have not.
Elusis is hot, sure. I don't know. He I don't
He's
know.
old.
He's an old elf, which isn't like he doesn't look like like an ancient human man would. He probably looks like middle-aged, but he has graying hair, which is a sign of an elf being very old.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, I don't know. He has long hair. He probably just has it in a braid right now. He looks very chill. But yeah, he kind of smiles at you guys and is like, "Well, do you want a little tour, or I'm not familiar with the whole city, but
Yes,
Sure, yeah.
absolutely.
All right. Yeah, it is the weather's great. You can smell the ocean. There's like a nice sea breeze. It's not super hot probably because it's autumn. But um compared to Bisayas Teal, I mean if you brought your cloaks and stuff along with you, you are overdressed. Sahar probably takes she was wearing her cloak because she just like is wearing as much as she possibly can. And she takes it off.
Maybe we should
She's
find an
already
inn for her first so she could drop off her things
maybe. She's like
and then
wearing
take swim.
chainmail. She looks a little uncomfortable in her heavy armor.
Yeah, I'll say actually, maybe we can find an inn first for Sahar and then take a tour.
Certainly. Let me see. There have to be some places in this neighborhood that rent rooms. Okay, let me look. I made a list of every canonical business in Nicodranas for
Oh
my
my god.
reference. Okay, so uh you guys are in the section of Nicodranas that Yusa lives in. Not that you know that right now. Um, okay, I don't know if I'm pronouncing it Quay or Key or what, but did they establish on Critical Role that either pronunciation was acceptable?
Well, I think actually it's pronounced key, but Matt
Okay.
doesn't know how to say words like any
I
nerd.
remember that, yeah. No, of course. Okay. Dun, dun, dun. Huh. Apparently it's pronounced Quay in Australia.
Hmm.
Interesting.
Amazing. Okay, so you're in the open key, which is uh just a section of the docks in Nicodranas. I think Eleusis is kind of filling you in on this as you walk. Yeah, it's just kind of seems like a fairly ordinary place. There's a lot of people around, there's shops, there's food carts. Um, you can see, people moving around on the docks, loading things, people on ships. Everybody's just kind of busy, like it's an ordinary day. You don't get a lot of weird looks because there's a lot of, different kinds of people around here. Although you are wearing warm weather clothes, which is a little funny. Like you probably get some looks for that. But yeah, there's all kinds of people around here. And Eleusis, let's see. Eleusis takes you to an inn near the docks. It's like it looks pretty ordinary. Like it's not super run down. It doesn't look like a total dive. But it's a place that like regular people go after work. And it is called the Albatross. I've been to this Matt lore unlocked. Um, but yeah, Lusa says I've been here once or twice. I think they rent rooms. It's mostly just a place frequented by sailors. Does it look all right to you? He asks Sihar. Oh, yeah, fine. No, I'm not looking for anything fancy. I mean, right now I just want somewhere to leave all my stuff. Yeah, so you guys all walk inside. It's not super busy right now, so it's kind of the middle of the day. But there's a few people in here drinking. They look like sailors who are, on shore leave or whatever. And yeah, they have it's primarily like a place for drinking, but they have a couple of rooms that they rent out. And you are able to get Sahar one of those. It's not very expensive.
I didn't
Yeah,
give much
5
money.
silver for yeah, she has I think 35 gold that you guys gave her. Which is plenty to, live for a couple of weeks on. Absolutely. But yeah, this place is very affordable and like fairly clean. Did you say something?
I just said nice.
Oh, okay. I only
Nice.
heard the S sound and I was like, "What?"
We're just hissing.
Yeah, I just heard a hiss. Okay, but yeah, you can head up to the room with Sahari if you want, or you could let her go up there by herself. Doesn't really matter. Do you want to like hang out in the bar while she goes upstairs to
Um,
change?
yeah, why not? I'll hang out down here.
Okay. Yeah, so you guys hang out at the bar. Elusis is just sort of chatting with you guys about uh probably like the history of Nicodranus. He's like, this part of the city was uh several centuries ago now, I think. All well, maybe it was not quite 2 centuries. I'm not sure. I'd have to think about it. Uh, it was all burned down in a big fire. And an acquaintance of mine bought up all the land and helped rebuild it. He's a very old, very wealthy wizard. And, well, one of the ruling families in the city wanted to buy him out, but he wouldn't sell.
You're not here.
I didn't check with him before coming here, so I'm not sure if he's actually around, but
Well, I mean, if he is, I'm sure it would be exciting to meet him.
I'll see. He's a little bit of a recluse. Very eccentric. I mean, as far as we know, Yusa is pretty single. Yeah.
That is true.
But yeah, in a little while, Sahara comes down. She has shed her armor. Um, she's probably just carrying like a belt purse with some of the money in it in case she needs to buy anything. But yeah, she's just wearing casual clothes. Um, uh, do you guys want to just go look around the city a little bit, or when do you have to be back in Bisayas Teal? Lucis is like, we can stay here for a few hours. I'd like to get back by evening. Well, do you want to just wander around the town by yourselves or
I mean, I don't know. I'm down for a tour.
So am I. I'd like to
Oh,
see things, but it's really up to Sahar if you'd like to see something in particular or be looking for a job. It's really up to you.
That's
oh,
true.
I mean, I can look for a job tomorrow. I
Yes, you
think I
can. All right, let's go.
I think I just want to walk around and see some things today. Maybe do a little shopping.
See some things.
See some things. Um, all right. Elusis is like, all right, I'll take you on a tour. You guys, you probably walk past the Tide Peak Tower, which is kind of in the middle of this part of the city. And Elusis, it does that weird thing where it like looks taller as you approach it. Just like fun magical illusions. And yeah, Elusis is like, yep, that's where my acquaintance lives. Like I said, very eccentric.
Yeah,
Likes
you must be
to
a character.
yes, he
I'm
is.
like leaning around.
He takes great enjoyment from being impressive and mysterious.
Well, who among us?
I suppose that's the allure of being a really powerful wizard. You can just be eccentric.
Yes. Well, not when you're teaching magic to young people, but I don't know. Teaching was never his calling, I suppose. It's for the best. I'm not sure he'd be very good at it.
Elusis is like, thank God. We're not prepared for you to have students. The world isn't ready.
Right. This man could never be a college professor. But yeah, he kind of takes you around. You go through the marketplace. You could buy food from food stands if you want. There's all sorts of stuff around here. Lots of fish based food items. Right. I love Yusa. So he's such a dumbass and I love him.
He's great. Nobody respects him, which is sad. Hey.
Um and yeah, he takes you around. You go to the next section of the docks, which is a little bit more, it's a little bit bigger and a little rowdier. Nothing's very rowdy at this time of day, but there's just more people around and more ships. And he says, "Yes, this is the Restless Wharf. I believe it's owned. Well, not all the land is owned by them, but it's primarily run by a powerful merchants guild, and I believe the ruler of this city is a member of the family."
Mhm.
I suppose everywhere has its corruption. Oh, but this here, come see this, and he takes you farther into the harbor, and you see a lighthouse, massive lighthouse, and the back of it, the part that's facing the shore, is just kind of a tower, like a big, smooth walled, pointy tower. And then built into the front, you see in profile a statue of a woman with very wild hair, and she's kind of smiling. And you, Adakora, definitely recognize it as uh, Melora.
Hey, they've got freedom of religion here.
Yeah. That's the Mother's Lighthouse.
Beautiful.
Worship of the Wild Mother is very big here. She's the patron of the sea, of course, along with all nature and wilderness. But I think it's customary to pray to her before voyages and things like that. Quite astonishing, though. It's a very beautiful statue. Let's see. I'm mostly familiar with the docks area of the city, I have to say. But there are residential neighborhoods. If you go to the center of town, that's the wealthier neighborhood, I believe. There are a lot of more expensive shops, and I think they have concerts and all sorts of entertainment, fancy hotels, things like that.
Hmm.
Hey, it doesn't hurt to window shop.
All right, so you guys can head to. I don't think Elusis has been to this part of town a whole lot, but he knows how to get there. The Opal Archways, which is it's like where the first part of the city was built. Um, and it has these kind of like beautiful stone archways that mark the borders of it. And that those used to be the boundaries of the city back when it was small. But yeah, it's like equally colorful as the rest of the city, but just a lot. Everybody looks much richer here. And yeah, there are musicians playing. There are lots of stores. There are some big fancy houses. Some little parks and gardens and things, fountains, stuff like that. It's like a very pleasant place to walk. You guys are definitely underdressed,
Oh no.
but yeah, nobody pays you much attention, especially in like the shopping areas, which is kind of where you are.
I'll look around for something nice to get my mom, but I did give Sahar most of my money, so
That's
probably
true.
won't be able to afford anything here, but still.
Yeah, you have like four
Like,
gold, right?
yeah, I kept 40 silver, so but that's mostly for the way home in case we end up again. I think I have another 10 gold. I'm not sure how accurate my notes from the beginning of the trip are, because I have a little sticky note there where I've been crossing out things as we've been using them.
Yeah, I mean, whatever you think you have is fine. Not too concerned about it.
Yeah. Anyway, but like something sheep like, but
Okay. Um, Sahar says, "Do you think there's any place selling weapons around here or armor? I want to buy a new shield."
Probably back towards the docks.
Let me see. How much does a shield cost? It's like, yeah, just something basic would be good. Something that, I mean, you've seen my shield.
Right. I mean, I'm sure sailors buy weapons all the time, so it's got to be somewhere.
Mm-hmm. Ooh, 10 gold.
Mm.
Armor is
Sweet.
expensive. Okay. All right. Yeah, you guys can kind of head back into um a less fancy area for a little while and find like an armory. And Sahar will buy just kind of a very standard um shield.
You can't like trade hers in and get a little bit off.
No, well, she left hers back
Oh,
at the
right.
inn anyway, and I don't think she wants to like
Uh,
show it to
well,
anyone.
yeah, that's a good point.
She's like, I don't want anybody to be like, why are you getting rid of this like defaced righteous branch shield?
I mean,
She's like, maybe I'll sell it for scrap metal later. I don't know what I'm gonna do with it. Might just hang on to it. Feels weird getting rid of it, to be perfectly honest. Um, yeah, but I need a new one. But yeah, she gets her shield, and you guys can go look for what kind of thing do you think Melora would like, or Melora? My God, their names are so similar. Melodora would like.
here's the thing. I don't want to get her anything too practical.
Sure, yeah.
She's really capable of getting practical stuff for herself.
hmm Yeah, I mean you're in the right part of town for that. There's like nice clothes shops. There's like beautiful fabric shops. I don't know. You could get like fancy silk scarves. You could get jewelry.
Yeah. Yeah, maybe a scarf or earrings or something. Something shiny because
Okay.
this is Atakora.
Okay. Okay, yeah, probably like a jewelry shop then. Um, yeah, you find a jewelry store that has the designs are a little more like naturalistic, which is um kind of like the popular style in Bisaeus teal. Unless you want to get your mom something like totally that she would never find in Bisaeus teal. But gems here are different for sure. You have like some that you've just never seen at home.
Well, I want it to be unique because she's never been to Nicodranas either.
That's true. Oh, you know what? Okay, so there's a lot of pearl jewelry in Nicodranus, and you don't really have that in Bisaeus teal.
Yes, that sounds good.
Okay. And you think earrings she'd probably like?
Well, she's your NPC. What do
I
think?
know. I want to know what Adakora. Okay.
I
Yeah,
mean, I think earrings don't get caught on things as much as necklaces have the potential to. So
yeah.
there's that. But again, like she's got occasions where she's not running through the woods.
Of course she does. Yeah. Yeah, and you know your mom likes to dress up on occasion. Yeah, okay. Yeah, you find some pearl earrings. Um, I don't know. Do you want to describe some that you think would be interesting, or shall I think of something?
Google Pearl earrings. Oh, what's the I can't say out loud what I'm thinking because it's kind of a Queen Sleep spoiler. But let me see if I can let me see if I can find a picture and then I'll send it when I find it.
Sounds good. Okay, yeah. So you guys follow Adakora into this jewelry shop and are just kind of poking around. Unless you want to go do something else.
Um, I mean, I'm probably just kind of window shopping, you know.
Okay.
I want to find like the kitschiest Nicodranus gift shops and just kind of explore in there.
Absolutely. Okay. I think this part of town is like a little too classy for that.
Yeah.
Unfortunately. These are like real high quality goods. But yeah, you could definitely have found one of those earlier, like walking through the docks. Um, Gosh, yeah, probably like little. You found like little plaster models of like the lighthouse being sold.
Yes.
Um, Stuff like that. I don't know, touristy Nicodrana stuff. There's probably a lot of like seashell jewelry.
Yes.
Maybe like tiny little baskets made out of like local plants, stuff like that. Yeah,
Nice.
just little souvenir kind of things.
Yes.
Yeah, Elusis seems perfectly happy to just like look around. He's not really talking much. He's just kind of has this like look on his face, like, ah, yes, a nice little vacation for me.
Elusis deserves this.
Yeah, right. Like, go somewhere where nobody knows him at all, and he just can just walk around town in casual clothing and not be like a politician. You still looking for
Yeah,
pictures? Okay.
it would be well. uh, okay. I was thinking something like this.
Ooh, that's cool.
Yeah, maybe not quite that fancy because I don't have a lot of money
Right.
on me right now, but that kind of concept.
Okay, that's very interesting. Yeah, you can find something that's like, yeah, less adorned than that. The pitcher part is like probably just silver.
Yeah.
It might have some hmm. No, yeah, it's probably just silver and the designs are like etched into it rather than it being like a different material inlaid on. Um and it's maybe not quite as fancily wrought. Um But yeah, that's you find something like that. And
Cool.
then the designs carved into it are sort of like ocean themed, which is kind of cool. Because yeah, that's not really part of the aesthetic in Visayas teal naturally. Okay, but it'll probably be like I don't know, 10 gold. Do you have 10 gold?
Yeah. Well, I have what I have written is inconclusive, but I
Okay.
think I do.
It's like most of your money, maybe all of your money. I don't know. It
I have. Here's what I wrote down at some point 30 gold and maybe another 10. And then I crossed out 30
Okay.
gold because I gave it to Sahar. But I also have 40 silver written down. I don't know when I wrote that down. It's a little, like I said, it's a little unclear. This maybe another 10 is the clause that I think I
That's
can afford this through.
extremely funny. Okay. It's just like funny that you wrote down maybe. Like
Yeah, like
at
what
the
was
time you weren't sure. Which like
what was I
why?
thinking?
Okay, yeah, we'll say you
I
have
don't
10
remember.
gold, 4 silver right now. So yeah, these earrings are gonna cost you 10 gold.
Okay, I have no more gold.
All
Yeah.
right. Anybody want to look for anything else? All Sahar wanted was her shield. The rest of it she is going to save because she needs to eat and stay in her room for a while.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Well, not yet. Before we leave, I'll bring some food back to Ophelia, maybe, or we'll ask Antimony if she wants to pitch in to get some food to bring back to Ophelia.
Ah, yes. Okay. What would she
But
want?
that would like something that we can take back. So like probably not buying it right now. We've still got some
Yeah.
time. I don't. Here's the thing. I don't get the impression that she likes seafood.
Right. I mean, she likes bread. That's the thing.
She
Which is
really
not
likes spread.
which is not really like a menagerie coast kind of thing.
Well, maybe she doesn't actually like the food here, and we shouldn't bring her something back.
Hmm.
Up to you guys. You also like there's
Only
not
she
really
could tell.
any
Sometimes I can still hear her voice. Uh,
right. She doesn't I mean there's not really any seafood to be had in Rexentrum. So
yeah,
I don't know that you know that for sure. Although
yeah. Well,
you
she
guys
just
went to a didn't you guys go to a Menagerie Coast style restaurant one time? I feel like that happened.
maybe that's what I'm thinking of. I. This is gonna sound ridiculous. I feel like her personality doesn't like seafood. And this
All
might
right.
also just be because I know Julie.
Well, you also know Nicodranus is like Rexentrum, actually known for its baked goods. There are a lot of
Oh,
pastry shops around here, which I believe is canon because
oh, right.
because Laura made it canon.
Yeah.
This is
Well,
like
hey, we can try
pastry
to find
city.
a special cupcake or something.
Yeah, they're a little bit different
Just,
from Zemnian pastries. It's probably more like French style thing. Like there's a lot of croissants and like flaky pastry dough and shit like that.
these aren't French, but I feel like they should have conchas because they're shaped like shells.
Ooh, I don't even know what that is. Let's see.
It's Mexican. It's a sweet bread.
Let's do it. Oh, they're so
Like,
cute.
yeah,
Yeah, they definitely have those.
these
Those are
pink ones.
adorable. There's probably a lot of pastries with nuts and a lot of like filled pastries.
Yeah.
Okay, so you're gonna get Ophelia like a pastry assortment.
Yes.
All right. Okay, so you have your jewelry and your shield and your pastries. Do you guys want to go to the beach?
Yeah.
Yeah, let's do it.
Beach, beach, beach.
Okay. Okay, I think Elusus like gives you directions. I don't think he's gonna go to the beach with you. Because he's like, no, I do actually want to go do some things real quick. We're like, it's like
We're not
boring.
gonna see him in his swim trunks.
There's some like business things he wants to do.
Sure.
I think he probably knows multiple people in this city, like not just Yusa.
That would
But
make
yeah, he
sense.
wants to go talk to some people like privately. um, and
I
so he's
suppose
like,
that's
all right,
fair.
We'll
meet me
be
back at the Albatross in 3 hours.
Okay.
too.
I don't really know like if there's a beach in the city or what, but there's definitely like a beach outside of town that the Nine went to.
Yeah, there's a beach somewhere.
Oh, for sure. Yeah, you guys can find one.
It's a coastal city. You
Yeah.
walk long enough in the right direction.
Yep. Yeah, you find a beach area. There's not a lot of people around, but there's a few like hanging out in the water, someone having a picnic. The ocean is very impressive. I don't think any of you have seen it.
That's true. I live inland. Yeah. So I,
Yeah,
I guess
you
I've
you
never
all
seen
do.
the ocean.
Yeah, I don't think I've ever been.
It's yeah, the Dwendalian Empire does not have a lot of coastline, and I don't think you guys have ever been to those places. It's also all like very far north and like fucking freezing. So,
Yeah.
although there are a lot of big lakes, so you've seen some fairly sizable bodies of water. But yeah, this is another level, and it's got waves and shit.
Wow.
Yeah, Sahara is very impressed also.
Yeah, I'm gonna take off my shoes and just go wading. Is it cold? He doesn't know what to expect.
It's it's not like freezing cold, but it's not warm either. It kind of feels like like a lake in early summer temperature.
Yeah. If no one's shouting at me, hey, it's a riptide coming, like I want to
No,
look in tide.
nobody.
I want to look in tide pools.
Oh hell yeah.
See what's going
Yeah.
on.
No, totally. There's definitely some tide pools around here. It's like a pretty rocky beach. Yeah, you can just poke around. What lives in tide pools? Cool little creatures. I don't know. I haven't been to
Well,
the ocean
according
that
to the
much.
magic school bus.
We find a starfish.
Yeah, totally. You find some sea urchins. Do those live in tide pools?
I think so. You don't want to step on them though.
No. You find some shells on the beach. Stuff like that. The sand is really like just warm and nice. Yeah, Sahar goes waiting too.
Yeah, two climate extremes.
Yeah, you guys
Not
went
that
from
it's
one to
freezing
the other
in Visayas.
in like a day. It's true. Yeah, Visayas Steel has not hit its real cold temps yet, but it will. Where are the big lakes? I think there's a big ass lake like south of the forest that Visayas Teal is in.
I
Oh,
was
yep,
just about to
Erdaloff. Yeah.
Erdelof. Okay, I was about to say the name of a lake in Lord of the Rings, so it's the wrong continent, wrong universe.
Yeah, yeah, that's one of the bigger ones. And then there's a pretty big one in like Trossenwald, I think. But Ustaloff, yeah.
Yeah, so those are probably more like Lake Michigan, which I do have experience with.
Not even quite that big though, I don't think. Although I don't know, it's hard to tell scale on
Lake.
this map. Yeah, maybe, yeah.
I can locate anything by the lakes of Michigan.
He's writing the notebook.
Oh my god. Oh no. Yeah, he's on vacation next to the Erdaloff right now. And there are definitely like tiny little lakes all over the place in the Zemni fields. You guys have swum in lakes for sure. Yeah, Sahara doesn't have a ton of. Yeah, there aren't really any lakes or rivers around where she lives. So this is pretty wild to her.
Just three people who have never seen an ocean before.
Yep. Just splashing around.
Try to build a sandcastle.
Oh, absolutely.
Let's try to build a sand house for your crab.
Yes. Well, okay. How we're gonna need to make him a fairly expansive house because he deserves only the best.
absolutely. Yeah, he's a pretty big crab. He's like the size of a plate.
Of a plate, right? Yeah.
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 So,
I mean, we could do this one of two ways. We could try to build it around him, which seems like we could do like maybe one of three ways. So we could make a structure around the crab, and then you've got like a castle wall kind of around him. We could try to make a house over him. I feel like that's the worst idea. Or we could try to make something he can sit on top of. And if it supports him, then it's like, I'm king of the mountain.
That's true. I feel like building something for him to sit on top of would probably be our best bet.
yeah, we can make him a throne,
Yes.
Yeah.
a sand throne.
Sand garden. Sand.
Yeah, yep. That's him. Okay, I don't know, sandcastle. Um, make a dexterity check. I don't know.
Everyone's collective dexterity. Okay. Fifth.
Okay, just a plain dexterity check, right?
Yep.
12.
Did you say 15, Anna?
Yep.
Okay. Yeah, Sahar rolled a 6, so
We've never worked with sand before in our lives,
We really haven't.
so
nope. Yeah, Sahar like accidentally knocks part of it down and then kind of stops building it. And just sort of watches. And you do an okay job considering.
considering everything.
Yeah, considering are just fucking around. Yeah,
Maybe
it
eventually
does
we can like
support him.
maybe eventually we could like find a bucket because that does usually help.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
But yeah, we
you
seen
like
this stuff before in our lives.
a child comes over and like lends you their bucket because they can see that you're struggling to build a sandcastle.
I thank them very politely.
But yeah, eventually you have a very majestic little platform for the crab.
Excellent.
The child comes back over and like is looking at the crab kind of wide-eyed. What is that?
God, I mean, like, what is the crab really? It's a box seeker.
Yeah, it's like a
An
little
automaton.
robot. Right, yeah. Oh, is he made of metal?
Yep.
But it moves?
Yeah. I mean, I can probably activate it, right? And just kind of
Yeah, you can sort of tell it where to go.
I can have him clack around on top of the on top of this horrible sandcastle.
The child looks very impressed. Does he have a name?
Oh, you know, we've never named him.
You just never thought of a good one?
Yeah, that's kind of the issue.
Yeah.
Hmm. What about Sandy?
Hmm. Well,
Well,
I guess it fits.
I know. I'm like, what's the dumbest name this child can think of? Are you gonna let a 7-year-old name your crab?
Maybe so.
We can't insult the 7-year-old.
Yeah, and I mean, like, he did lend us his
Yes.
bucket, so
He absolutely lent you his bucket. You are indebted to this child.
Sandy bucket.
Oh my god. God, that sounds like a SpongeBob character.
I mean, that's
Yeah,
a
no, I know.
SpongeBob character and a restaurant in SpongeBob.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
God, my first thought is like this is a lost member of the Bucket family from Charlie and the
Oh
Chocolate
my
Factory.
god. Yeah, that's like Charlie's aunt who lives in another city.
Yeah.
Sandy.
Sandy Bouquet.
Yeah.
Pronounce it wrong.
Uh-huh. Man. Okay, so the kid seems like he seems satisfied with your response. Like, oh yeah, they took my suggestion. Um and then his mom calls his name and he takes his bucket back and leaves and waves goodbye.
Thank you.
Are you really gonna name the crab Sandy?
Well, the jury's still out on that one.
You better think of something.
Think of anything better? We've tried.
No, I don't have any ideas.
It's just what do you call a creature so majestic?
That's a good question.
Ruby of the Sea.
Do you guys try to think of crab names
Hmm.
without much success?
Yes.
And eventually it's time to meet Eleusis again.
This is the best one
Yes!
I've been able to find.
The king of the castle. Him.
We get captured by pirates and Ophelia has to come rescue us.
Oh, I want.
Look, you guys have to get back to Rexentrum at some point.
But what if we don't wanna? It's not my fault if I get captured by pirates.
No, it's true. You do have one of the most powerful wizards around waiting for you to get back. So I think if you didn't show up, he would come looking for you.
Yeah, that's
Yes,
true.
that makes this the greatest time to get kidnapped by
It's true.
pirates.
Yeah, we could do Eleusis rescues you from pirates. No, this is a very safe beach. There's no pirates.
Yeah, there was a 5-year-old here.
Right. This is
Yeah.
this is
That's a
just a place that locals come to hang out. Also, I don't think the pirates like come in to hit the shore or anything.
If they're the Mighty Nine, they do.
Well, yeah. I mean, it's not like they ever attacked the city. They just got into a fight on the docks by accident.
True. True. I mean, pirates though. They definitely stole a ship
Oh, absolutely.
and then pretended like they hadn't done that.
I mean, you're perfectly welcome to steal a ship if you would like to, but
I'm good. I've got enough of those at home. Not for lack of trying.
okay, so you head back to the Albatross.
On the way, I will ask Sahar. You think you're gonna do all right here?
I think I can manage. Seems like a busy place. There's got to be something to do.
Yeah, honestly, I don't think you'll have any trouble finding stuff to do.
I mean, even if I can't, get a job as a guard or something, I could probably work on the docks.
Maybe you could sail.
Maybe. I don't know. I've never seen that much water in one place in my life. It's a little terrifying.
Little. Maybe a little freeing too. You never know.
Well, I'll see what I can get.
We will try to check up on you soon and tell you if we've learned anything.
Thanks. Um, thanks for everything that you've all done for me. I don't even know what to say, really. I didn't know what I was going to do. I figured eventually I would have to go back to the Empire and I would get caught.
You're welcome. It's good to have friends.
That's true. Anyway, if you ever need help with anything, just let me know. I owe you.
We'll keep that in mind if we ever run into more wild boars.
Do you think you'll make it back out here again?
No. If Ophelia has anything to say about it.
Right.
Sometimes I can
Oh,
still hear her voice.
believe me, I have plans.
I'd like to come back.
If you do, let me know. Hopefully, I'll be able to buy you all a drink or something.
Let's say no to that. Think about what I said. I'd probably lie low for a while, but you might be able to send a letter from here and it'd be safe. So it's something to think about.
It's possible, I suppose. I can ask around and see if people are actually going into the Empire right now. I know the border's pretty secure at the moment, but we'll see. Maybe the war will end soon.
I'll hope.
Well, yeah, we can always dream.
You guys approach the Albatross. You go inside. Elusus is there. He's just like he's just drinking at the bar. Um,
Having a good time.
oh yeah, he's looks like he's had a great day. He's like a little bit sunburnt. He almost looks like he. It's kind of funny. Like you're so used to seeing him in his element in Bisayas Teal, but he doesn't look out of place here. He's just wearing, sort of plain clothes. He has his sleeves rolled up. Um, he's a little red faced. He seems very calm. Yeah, he like almost could be an older sailor just hanging out in a bar. If you
He
didn't
needed
know any
this.
better. Yeah. But yeah, he sees you guys and he like knocks back whatever he was drinking, and then tips the bartender and comes over. All right, are you ready to head out?
Well, looks like it.
I'm sorry to say my acquaintance is not in town at the moment.
Well, we'll have to come back some other time.
He really is quite reclusive. I don't think he likes meeting strangers very much, but he might have made an exception if I was there. Who knows? But no, he's in Caldore or something. Sahar has all her stuff, and she hugs both of you. I'll see you, I hope.
I hope so too.
Don't get killed on the way back to Rexentrum.
We'll call you
Yeah,
when we get home.
we'll try our best.
Stay safe.
You too. She turns around and walks upstairs, and you kind of see her wiping her eyes a little bit.
Oh,
Aw.
You ready to leave?
All right. There is sand in everything I'm wearing and places I didn't know I had. So
Elusus laughs, and then he just beckons you over, says his phrase, and you vanish and reappear in the open magical workshop. Well, I thought I was doing you a favor, but it's nice to have an excuse to get out of town for a little while.
Glad you enjoyed it. Thank you again.
You're welcome. And now I have lots of official things to take care of, unfortunately.
Good
Yep.
luck.
So it goes.
And he just kind of goes back in his office and waves to you.
Right.
And you see he
Should we
just like sits at his desk and is kind of messing around with stuff on the desk, reading things.
should we see if Ophelia's still the one?
Say that again.
I'm to Antimony. Should we see if Ophelia's back at the lecture hall still?
uh, yeah, sure. What time is it now? Out of character.
Um, it's
Like,
let's
er,
see.
I
It's
don't
like
know.
5 p.m. probably, maybe
Yeah.
6 p.m. It's like dinner time. Whatever lecture she would have seen is certainly over, but she could have hung around for more. You don't really know.
Hmm.
Ophelia, did you do anything while they were gone, or did you just like hang out at the house?
Um, I I feel like she would have either gone to a library or someplace like she's looking for uh Sylvan stuff.
Oh yeah, that's right.
So if there's like
Yeah,
books
that
she
is
can borrow or like, well, not
yeah,
really borrow, just read.
for sure. Oh yeah, that's pretty easy to find. Um, yeah, you could kind of wander into the sections of the university areas that you went to with Eleni. And everything's, kind of labeled up here, like the libraries are labeled.
Mhm.
There are signs and things. So yeah, you could just go in a couple of different libraries and ask whoever's working there, and they can point you to Sylvan language books and resources and things. It doesn't take you too long to find some stuff.
Nice. That's probably where she is still.
Okay. Very cool. Okay, yeah, you guys, if you head to the lecture hall, she's not there. It's probably empty now. You gonna just head back to the house?
Yeah,
Yeah, why not?
probably.
Okay, you head back. Uh, it's empty except for Kalina. You can hear her, doing stuff upstairs.
I'm gonna go in the bathroom and shake sand out of everything.
Okay. The floor of your mother's bathroom is covered in sand.
Well, I'll try to clean it up.
Okay.
There's only so much you can do.
Yep.
I-
No vacuum cleaners here.
yeah, but brooms are forever.
It's true, yeah. There's some sand in the floorboards, but you get most of it out.
Hey, what is that? It's just dirt around the ring. By that.
Okay, how long does Ophelia stay in the library? It's definitely dark out by now. Um, you might be starting to get hungry,
Yeah,
but
I guess I'll head. I guess I can be done.
I mean, this place is open late because these are elves and college students. So,
Yeah.
but yeah, you can. You're gonna get hungry eventually.
Yeah. I'll I'll leave like, I don't know, a little after dinner. Probably like, I don't know, I can appear like an hour after they arrive
Okay.
at the house.
So yeah, it's like 6:30 by the time Ophelia gets back to the house. Or we'll say 7. Yeah, you guys got here at 6. It's about 7 o'clock. Everyone's back by now. Melidor like just got back before Ophelia arrived, and dinner is almost ready.
Hell yeah.
Did you guys just kind of hang out at the house until she returned, figuring she was out doing whatever?
Yeah. Yeah. How were your scholarly pursuits?
They uh, they were acceptable. They were adequate for, I don't know, whatever. How was,
Learn anything?
I guess. How was the place?
Is my mom in the room?
Yep. Yeah, she's helping Kalina make dinner.
I'll tell you later. But Sahar seems happy enough, so she'll be fine.
That's good.
It's nice to feel like something didn't end in disaster. You know?
That's true.
Mm.
Well, that's nice then.
Yeah, it is. I'm also saving the cookies because there's no way to just sneak them. Besides, to spoil her dinner.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh yeah, you do just have like a box of assorted pastries in the bag.
Yeah. It also occurred to me, Anna, after I bought the earrings, that I can't give them to her right now
Right.
because I can't explain where they
Oh
came
no.
from. But it's
Yeah.
fine. Elves have like a million birthdays. I'll just hold on to
Yeah.
them.
Yep, that's what you're gonna have to do.
Or I can say, I can like, as I'm leaving, when we're leaving the Saints I can be like, "Way, I got these for you a long time ago." Something like that. I
I got
couldn't name
these.
them.
Yeah, I got these in Rexentrum. Yeah, you could definitely say that you bought those in Rexentrum.
But yeah, I
You can get
can't right
anything
now.
there. That's very funny.
You don't know they
Okay.
exist.
I can sense them. I have baked good sensors in my nostrils.
Oh,
make a
I mean, you're
perception
gonna get the cookies.
Make a
You're
wish.
gonna get the conchas.
A perception check to see if you smell
Okay.
the pastries.
Um, what's my perception these days? 21.
Wow. Yeah, you smell. What was your favorite pastry from Nicodranas?
Um, I'll have to think about that.
Okay. There's probably at least one of them in there, whatever it is.
Hell yeah.
But you smell some. These are like distinctive smells of just like going out, walking around Nicodranas in the morning when the bakeries are opening. Um, and it's just a little different from the. I mean, you can do the same thing in Rexentrum. Rexentrum is fucking full of bakeries, but the smells are just a little bit different. And you're like, oh, this is Nicodranas Bakery.
Wow. Maybe she likes the clam things.
The conchas.
Yeah.
Those are so cute.
Yeah.
Okay, so yeah, you're like you're pretty sure they got some of those, but nobody is saying anything right now.
That's very rude of them, honestly.
I mean, you know that they didn't tell anyone where they were going. Anyone else in this
Yeah,
house. So it makes sense, but
I guess.
they would have to explain where they got these weird pastries.
I have to make up a pastry shop in the city where my mom lives and be like, oh yeah, haven't you heard of wherever? And then she's gonna try to go there. Right.
And be like, my son lied to me about the pastry shop. Why would he do that?
He's a compulsive liar.
Yeah, but your mom doesn't know that.
And the baked goods weren't a lie, they were right there.
I know. So it's not worth it. It's the point.
Well, at least there's gonna be food soon.
But yeah, you have dinner. It's calm, subdued. Melidor is still seems a little down still, but is not like as upset as she was yesterday. But it's not a very lively meal or anything. You guys can like go hang out upstairs all together if you want to eat the pastries in secret. I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Your secret pastries.
Yeah, let's do that.
They'll
Our
never know.
contraband. Our Menagerie Coast contraband. Yeah, so we'll go up. We will beckon Ophelia.
Wow, I'm summoned.
Yeah, Kalina and Melidor are talking. They just like say goodnight to you guys as you head upstairs.
Bye.
Present the box Ta-da!
Oh wow. I smelled it, but I didn't actually think there was anything here, cause I thought you were just a dick and you would eat all the pastries and just like linger in that scent and then like bring it here and there would be nothing to show for it.
Yeah,
But
well, I mean, it's not too late for us to eat all the pastries
no,
without you.
I'm opening it. I'm taking the box. So
Did we get the right kind?
yeah.
Great.
Wow. Thanks, I guess. I don't know. I'll just eat them. Probably not all of them, but sometimes a
Probably
person,
not.
yeah.
We each get one.
Yeah. It seemed like you got
But
well
you
out of.
you can probably have more than
Oh, thank you. How long were you guys like gone?
uh, basically from the time we left you till we got home maybe an hour before you.
That seemed pretty generous of the wizard guy.
Yeah, well,
Well, he had some business, I think. I don't know.
and some pleasure.
Wow.
Yeah, we didn't meet his wizard friend, but we explored a little bit. He gave us a tour, and we built a crab castle.
We did.
It
The fu-
did stand up eventually, but
like a castle shaped like a crab?
a castle for the crab.
Must have been a pretty big castle.
Only the best for for my boy.
And you really have got to name that crab something.
Pardon?
We've got to name him something.
Why? He's just crab. He's not even crab, he's the crab. It's a very specific title. He doesn't need a name.
Hmm. Maybe that's just his title. Yeah.
Maybe.
Like a god, like the wild mother, but like the crab. Hmm.
Yeah, there's only one like him, so, I mean, if you like really wanted to name, you could call him like Sir Etch-a-Sketch or something, but like, I don't think, I don't think he needs one.
Jason Vanderberg.
Oh my god. I like Sandy Bucket.
It's a name. It's a suggestion. Alexander, maybe? Alexander Bucket.
Alexander Sandy Bucket. Yeah.
Yep.
Hmm. Maybe we'll just have to do the thing like in Over the Garden Wall, where we just change the crab's name every session
Oh my god.
Yeah.
until we
Yeah,
find the right one.
that sounds about right.
Yeah, I don't think there's really anything we can do to find out about whether her instructor is still alive while we're here, unless you think it's something Torkel could fix.
You're like kind of cutting out a bit.
I don't think there's anything else we could do to find out what happened to Sahar's instructor while we're here, unless you think that's something Torkel could find out for us.
Maybe. I I mean he hasn't gotten back to me yet about the other things. Maybe we just give him one task.
Yeah. It's all just to say, I don't think there's anything for us to have to do now, so
Now we're here. Yeah.
hopefully nothing else happens.
Well, now it's gonna happen.
You're a pessimist.
No, I only see the bright side of things all the time.
Oh shoot, how could I have forgotten? That's so true.
Yeah. You might want to make that sound like a little more sincere.
I thought you always looked on the bright side of things.
Um, well, that's subjective. Me thinking that you could stand to improve is a bright thing because everybody should find joy in improvement.
Not me. I find joy in getting worse all the time. And I will take another cookie.
Well, you exceeded that as well, so no matter which
Thank
way
you.
you look at it. Remind me how
While
long. Oh, remind me how
no,
long we're
go
staying
ahead.
here.
That was um, day 7.
Oh God, only a week.
Yeah, so we have one. We have one more week.
It's been a long week.
Yes. Yeah. Well, hopefully the next week will just happen normal, like.
No more assassination attempts. No more escape plans.
Yeah.
Hey, the escape plans came together great. Magnifique.
That's true. We did get a vacation out of it, so I guess I can't really complain there.
Did you guys like Nikojanis?
I think so. There's a lot more to see than we got to see, but
Yeah, I mean, it's big, but it's fun to see the ocean for the first time.
That was your first time? That,
yeah.
wow. I didn't know it was possible for someone to not see an ocean for like 600. Oh, wait, you're not like a full elf. For like, I don't know, 25 years.
The
The big
difference.
difference.
600, I mean 25.
Well, a lot of people don't ever travel in their lives, so
Wow. More people should join the Cobalt Soul, I think.
do you think that? Is that something you think? I can't tell.
Well, they would be able to travel more, I think. I don't know if Torkel's ever traveled anywhere, but like, I'm sure he's traveled. I'm gonna send a message.
Okay. To Torkel.
Do you have messages left? Oh yeah, this is the next day.
It's the next day. She hasn't
Now
cast
you
any
have
spells.
messages.
All right, what are you gonna send?
Okay, hey Torkel, have you ever like traveled anywhere? Like, do you just stay in Rexentrum all the time like a boring person, or like have you actually like experienced the world or whatever?
There's there's a long pause. Hang on, I'm gonna type something out real quick. Map. Let's see. Okay, yeah, there's a long pause, and you hear, I've told you a little about my life. Do you remember? I wasn't born in Rexentrum. I was born in Grimgolier, in the far east by the mountains.
I think I insulted him, but I don't know. I don't think he's seen the ocean, which is weird.
You didn't ask him if he'd seen the ocean. You just asked him if he had left Rexentrum.
Yeah, but he said more things. Well, now three, three more people have seen the ocean, so I guess that's good.
Yeah, and we saw a starfish in a tide pool. That was pretty cool.
No shit.
Oh, there's no way Atticor didn't come back with shells if he found any.
Oh,
I
of
didn't-
course. Yeah, you found shells.
There's no way.
You found shells. You have stuff.
Yeah.
If he has like one of the little spiral ones, I'm gonna be like, you stole a crab's home, an actual crab's home.
I mean, it would have to be a pretty small crab, right?
Does that?
It's
I'm a pretty small person. Does that mean I'm any less of a person?
That's not what I said. But there's nobody living in there now.
Well, maybe he was heading there and you just didn't see him. And now
There
his
are
home is
plenty
gone
of
and he's gonna
shells.
die. Yeah,
There
but
there are still more shells on the beach. I didn't take all of them.
you took a very specific shaped shell,
Yeah,
which a crab was gonna
because it
call
was
a home,
fucking
but now he's
dope.
homeless and he's gonna die.
He's not gonna die. There are other shells. Crabs don't have the same aesthetic sense that I do, I don't think.
Do you know that for sure?
Oh, but it's a hunch I have.
You have effectively slaughtered the life of one innocent crab. Then you should feel guilty, honestly.
Well, I guess it all balances out. We save Sahar's life, we murder a crab.
What the fuck?
Net, no loss of life.
Are you saying
Everything
Sahar's life is equal to that of the tiniest crab in the world?
you're saying that the crab's life is equal to your life, and I think you and Sahar are like roughly equivalent, so
I was
this
just
is the
saying.
logic you brought to the table.
I was just saying that because I was small, like I'm a small human, that the crab being a small crab is also still a crab. Not that humans and crabs are the same.
Okay, well, let's put it this way. The crab's life is definitely not more important than Sahar's. I think we can rule that out. So it's at least net no. We're at least even with the universe. Maybe slightly above even.
I'm gonna send Sahara a
Or there's
message.
no such.
You're gonna send Sahara a message?
Yeah.
All right, what do you say?
If you go to the beach and you find a dead crab, it's all Adakora's fault, and next time you should just punch him.
Ophelia? Is that you? I don't know why I should feel that bad about dead crab. I ate some crab for dinner tonight.
I'm out of spell slots, so Sahara's
Okay.
just as heartless.
I'm so sad that I didn't get to hear that response.
Sahara's like, are you a vegetarian? What is this? Are you going to judge me for eating seafood? Coast
And
girl?
I love too that like Ophelia is now out of spell slots, so that's just the end of the conversation.
Incredible. I know,
Sahar never
sending is
goes
the
back.
best. I mean, I think Sahara just kind of shrugs and is like, she and Adakora are probably talking about something weird, and they brought me into it.
It's
Yeah,
true.
accurate.
So what did Sahar say?
Sahara said you're scum of the earth and should die.
Well, that's unfortunate. I'll have to get my 30 gold back from her at some point.
You can't just take back money earned, money given. Just because she hates you now doesn't mean Like, you know.
Just because she hates me now doesn't mean she can't rob me blind.
Yeah.
I guess that checks out.
I mean, she probably liked you before. I just told her that you killed a crab.
Right. You know, it's very possible there's actually no such thing as balance in the universe, and we're all at the whims of chance, and there's actually no correlation between saving Sahar's life and potentially killing a homeless crab.
I mean, you can say anything. Like, for instance, you could argue that the world is, governed by the probabilities of, say, a 20-sided die, and, we would never know. But the fact is, you are responsible for that crab's death.
I might very well be responsible for the crab's death. I don't think so. I really think a crab will just find another shell. But I don't think it's correlated to saving Sahar. I'm taking that one back. Yeah, this is the most exercise the morality section of my brain has gotten in a while. God.
While you guys are arguing about crab killing and the moral ramifications of that, Adakora, you hear a little tapping noise. And you know it is coming from the stone.
Well. God. Who call him the scum of the earth. Yeah. Yeah, well, as I'm saying, this is the most exercise my brain has gotten in a while. I'm going to say, and I think I'm going to go to bed.
To process your crimes. Yeah, I understand.
Yeah.
A long day of debauchery and baseless morals and just like doing the worst things possible known to mankind. Yeah.
Yeah, I'll never do any of those things again, including buying you pastries.
What the fuck? I mean, okay, fine. I didn't want pastries anyway. Fuck you. I'll take the box and
Good night, Ophelia.
yeah, whatever.
Good night, Tim.
God.
And
Okay.
I will excuse myself.
I'm gonna take a quick break. I have to go to the bathroom
Okay.
Okay.
before we get into this.
So Adakora, you are heading downstairs?
Back to my room.
Yep. You walk past your mom and Kalina. They're still sitting down there talking.
I wave. Keep heading toward my room.
Yeah. They're not worried.
Yeah.
Okay.
When I am shut up alone, I will answer the phone.
Okay, you call you call Hemilor back. Um, and at the sound of your sort of tapping noise indicating that you are there, you hear her very quickly respond. Hey, just wanted to check in. It's been a few days. How are things?
A lot of excitement since, you know, I think it's basically calmed down, but time will tell.
Glad to hear it. So you're staying, what, another week, you think?
Yeah, if that's still the plan.
I mean, I don't have any different orders for you, so
And that's probably what I'll do. Any longer than that, and it would start to get snowy anyway, but
that's true. Ugh, it's gonna start snowing here soon.
it'll be good to be back in the city before that happens.
I, well, we heard a little bit about the girl, the the one who was going to try to attack Ludinus Deleth. It
Yeah?
all seems, well, I don't know if I would say above board, anything relating to the Cerberus Assembly, but the king was informed, all of that. She had some sort of trial, I think. I didn't really get the details, but
No idea of the outcome?
I didn't hear anything specific. I'll ask, though. I'm sure she was guilty. Didn't she confess?
She did. She didn't end up actually killing anyone.
Well, masterminding an attack on a Starosta is still a pretty serious charge. You did you tell Hannelore the part about like her brother being involved and them kind of keeping that out of it?
Um,
I don't remember.
I feel like
I
he
here's
might have deliberately said nothing about Evander.
I think that might have been what happened, yeah.
yeah. Well, I think I've mentioned Evander, but I've downplayed how much he knew
Yeah.
Okay.
and
That sounds right.
how
Yeah.
much we actually like were asked what we thought they should do.
Right. Yeah. Okay,
And
so
I
then I
also
think
didn't tell her how badly both of our encounters went that day.
yeah, I
But
remember that, yeah. I remember you didn't tell her that you all like almost got killed.
yeah.
Uh, yeah, I will. I think Hannelore doesn't know specifically that Evander was the one who cast the spell on that Starosta. I think you kind of kept that back and made it sound like it was just like that he knew about her plan to like fight or get revenge on Ludinus, but that he didn't actually like commit the attack on the Starosta. You probably made it sound like it was just Metis who did that. Um,
Yeah.
that Evander just like kind of knew about it. Okay, so then in that case, yeah, Homeland said attacking Starosta is still a pretty serious offense, even if you didn't intend to kill him. I mean, do you want me to try to find out where they took her?
For curiosity's sake.
I haven't turned up anything about her mother either. seems like whatever that was really secret. There's no legal records, nothing, I mean, I have access to a lot, and nothing that I'm able to see had anything about a woman being arrested in Visayas Teal at that time and brought out of the city.
A little bizarre.
Yeah, well, we've always known they were
Not
up to
our
some things that we didn't know about.
really our area.
Oh, yeah, this one's way above our pay grade, I think. But it's concerning to think that the Cerberus Assembly is just kidnapping people without the king knowing about it and hiding them away somewhere, having committed no crime at all. Sorry I don't have any more information for you. I'll keep looking a bit, but I think I mean, if there was some kind of trial, I would have turned it up by now.
Thank you for looking into that.
Of course. I have to do something at my day job.
Right. I'm sure you would never keep busy if it were.
Yeah, Honolulu is she's like some kind of clerk, I think. Uh, I don't know exactly what her cover job is, but it's definitely one where she has access to municipal records and things like that. So it's a very convenient job for a spy to have. But she does know how to research these things, like stuff that happened in Rexentrum on official record. Yeah. There's not much going on here.
Well, wishing for excitement can be dangerous.
Oh, I'm not wishing.
I tell her, Sander.
I don't remember. Let me see. What were okay, so you called her. I'm trying to figure out when exactly you. Okay, you definitely called her after you found out about him planning that, but I don't remember if you told her or not.
Yeah, because that was all the night before the disaster day, and we definitely talked, but I don't I don't remember if I mentioned it.
Mhm. Yeah, I don't either. You can just make that call now if you want. Would Adakora have told her, do you think?
I genuinely I wish I could just remember because
Hang on, I'm gonna
I
pull up
feel
my.
like either I have a feeling it came up, but I also don't remember how because we didn't really have hugely personal conversation. Oh, that was also the endless day.
It was, yeah, that was day 2, which was like 800 years long.
Leave it's in my notes. Could be on 5 different pages.
Oh, yeah, because that
Oh,
was when you talked about the assassination attempt.
oh, okay. Oh, God bless past me. I wrote down, didn't mention Lysander.
Ah, okay, good, 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 good. Ugh.
Past
Okay,
me
yeah,
is a genius. Okay.
you talked to her on day 2, which was after the day of the assassination attempt, and she was like, "Hey, what the fuck happened?"
Yeah.
um, and then you talked to her on day 4, where you told her about the whole situation with Metis as it had developed up to then.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. But I hadn't mentioned my cousin.
Okay.
Okay.
Make an insight check for me.
Right. Uh, that is a very average 12.
Okay, that's not bad for Edacora.
No.
Um, Mr. I don't even remember what your wisdom is, but it's not good.
It's not good. It's
9?
it's not. It is 9.
And
Yeah.
then, okay, Mr. 9 wisdom over here.
I gave myself proficiency in insight because I knew that was going to be an
Oh,
issue.
okay. Oh, that's good.
But
Just like Ford and his perception. That's how he's not like totally garbage at it.
yeah,
Um,
but it's still not a huge bonus because it's working against a lot.
yeah.
Anyway, 12.
Okay. Okay. Yeah, she sounds tired. Um, you don't get much other than that, but she sounds tired and she sounds a little just like weary maybe. She seems like she's trying to not sound like that, but she does.
You could use a trip home next.
Hmm? Yeah, I wouldn't say no to that. Too bad you just went on this trip. You could come with me. Not that I'm joking, obviously. They can't know that we know each other.
Well, they'd be happy to see me.
They would. It could be a coincidence. You just happen to be in town again when their oldest daughter is visiting from the city. We could pretend to meet each other for the first time.
Well, technically, I did deliver a letter to you.
That's true. But did you see me when you delivered the letter?
Well, they don't have to know that I didn't.
Well, then we have to come up with what happened when you delivered the letter.
I introduced myself, obviously. I'm very friendly.
Of course. All right, so we've been introduced.
And you want to hear all the news.
Of course. I was very grateful to you for finding my sister and bringing me the letter.
Then we're all hungry because we just came back from a long trip. So we ask you out to eat. There's a lot of eating on these trips. You know that?
Oh, yes. We are in a room. You're not there.
We're in two separate rooms,
We're two separate rooms, but
separated by quite a lot of country right now.
I said yes. I wasn't busy that night.
That's good because if you had been busy, I'd have to come back later and check up on you. A lot of stuff in that letter, I assume. It's a lot to cope with.
It was a lot. It was nice to be prepared for it. I pretty much knew everything that they said in there beforehand, so mostly I just got to enjoy it. It's a good cover. If we slip up at all and say something about the other that we might not know, we can just say, "Oh, we talked about it at dinner."
If you wanted an escort back, you'd have an excuse. It's a pretty safe road, though,
It
comparatively.
is. Oh, yes, one of the safest. Probably the most guards anywhere in the Empire. There's nothing going on here right now, not really. I don't think.
Sure.
Been hearing some things. Hopefully they come to nothing.
Kinds of things.
Hey, don't call me out like that. God. Yeah, well, the busy life of an adventurer. Also, you're going to spend a whole nother week here
That is true,
just
yeah.
hanging out. Just some people I was briefly involved with tangentially in my very first job for the trust. They haven't shown their faces in a while, and sounds like a few of them might be back. There are no pirates in the Empire.
Until now.
Until now. Yep, it's the land pirates. Um, those are just called bandits.
Is that a is her first job a story I've heard before?
It is not.
Mm.
You know a little. You know that Emmerich was involved.
Mm.
That he was the person who recruited her to the trust and that he was kind of involved in like her early training, similar to you and her.
Mhm.
You don't really know the circumstances of that recruitment at all, but you kind of know you kind of get the sense that like they worked together on her early jobs, similar to the way she worked with you on early jobs.
Mhm.
But that's about it. And you know she was like 18 at the time. It's probably not anything we have to worry about. It's just something that Trust is keeping an eye on. I shouldn't be losing sleep over it, but I am.
I was going to ask if you're all right, but I guess that answers that question.
It's not that bad, but
If it is them, what do you think would happen?
well, that depends. Depends on how much they know about my involvement in the whole situation. Depends on if they're interested in revenge or just regaining the power they lost, or both. But either way, it's not like I have to deal with this by myself. Plenty of support here. It's not like the Alvin Trust won't see them coming.
It's one of the benefits.
Yes,
Is that I'll be back soon.
I know.
Keep me posted.
Sure. Don't worry about it. Just enjoy being with your family. Anything else you think I need to know?
I'll tell you, of course, if anything else happens in the city.
But it's been calm so far since, that, hasn't it?
I have high hopes for an uneventful week.
That's good.
They'll call you regardless before we leave.
Yes, do that. And if you don't hear from me, assume everything's fine. I'll call you if something happens.
This is good news.
Exactly.
All right. All right.
All right. I know you're going to lay awake for another 4 hours, but I'm going to try to sleep.
Sometimes the 4 hours are early in the morning, late at night. Good night.
Good night.
Put the
All right.
stone away.
Yep. Okay, gang. Anything else anybody wants to do tonight? By tonight, I mean tonight in real life, not tonight in the game. I assume you're all going to sleep in the game.
I don't think I have anything pressing.
Is there anything in particular you want to do with the next week or so? Like that you want to play out? Any scenarios I should prep for? I don't know. I don't have like real plot planned for the rest of your time in Visayas Teal.
Not at the moment.
Yeah, I mean, not anything in particular.
Okay, well, think about it. Um, let me know in the meantime if there's anything you particularly want to do before leaving Visayas Teal.
Nothing is stopping you from doing it yourself.
I know.
Yeah, that is entirely up to you guys. Yeah, Eleni is a very busy girl. Not that she won't make time for any of you, but she's got stuff to do. She can't come visit that much. God. Just throwing my favorite NPCs at you guys.
It's like it's never the ones that you think are gonna, you know, catch the eye of the party. I feel like every time I DM, I always am like surprised by which NPCs the party latches onto.
It is funny, yeah. Although you guys haven't had any that were really shocking. I did kind of improvise the kobolds, but that was like a me decision too, partially. Like I could have not done that, you know. I could have made them less likable.
Yeah.
But I was like, nope, they're gonna insert themselves back into the story and you will become fond of them.
Wait, I remembered this tweet.
Is it the Sam Snorkel tweet? Hang on.
Snorkel. I want to talk to Sam Snorkel. God. I mean, to be fair, the top one is a little much. I would be like, I don't know about that dude.
Yeah, I mean, I would want to talk to Sam Snorkel too, which is the thing.
Right. Oh, absolutely. I feel like my version of this is me making up a totally irrelevant NPC on the spot and you guys being like, "Okay, is he hot though?"
Yeah.
Like the
Just
fucking
assume.
yeah, the messenger in Hupperdook when you guys needed to like send overnight a letter to Rex and Trum. I was like, yeah, it's like a human kid with a horse. He's like in his early 20s. He's the messenger because the dwarves and gnomes are all too short to ride a horse. And you guys were like, is he hot? I don't know.
These are important questions.
We just assume. We should just assume unless otherwise told. And then
It's true.
it's not like we hit on any of these people. So if at any point we hit on someone we think is hot, then Kate can say, actually, this guy's not hot.
That would be funny if I did that. Yeah, I guess I default to hot NPCs, but I mean, if you're making people up, why not?
It's D&D. Everyone can be hot.
It's my brain, and
Exactly.
I get to play the hot NPC.
Right? All of my characters can be sexy if I want them to be. I think it's also a fun variety of hot characters. They're not all hot in the same way.
It's important to have a variety of hotness.
Yep. Okay, yeah. So think of stuff you want to do in Visayas Teal. We can go through the next week pretty quickly, probably. Because yeah, like I said, I don't really have any plot planned. You guys got through all of my plot. With
Minimum
time to
bloodshed.
spare. Yeah, minimal bloodshed. You've really saved everyone, almost, sort of. Nobody died.
I mean, yeah. Well, but then we took Sahar somewhere safe, so now I feel okay about it.
Oh yeah, no, for sure. Yeah. It would have been a lot harder to get Zahar to Rex and Drum.
Yes.
That would
Would
have
have
been
been a hard sell.
a whole thing.
We would have had to break out the disguise kit.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Absolutely.
Lost plots. Lost tales.
Right. But yeah, I'll probably call it there then. And then